Extension 5. See how deep it is. Pretty thick. Hey, thick enough. Thick enough. Not the best hole I've ever broke. Rich on 7 clearing out is. All sorts of things being used. A bottle's good because it doesn't disturb the bottom. Sometimes you want it to do that, sometimes you don't. And these guys, they've got an old pole with a weed cutter on, which is a great way of doing it. Just pull it back, as long as you tape it all together. That's the best way to do it when it's this sort of thickness. Unfortunately, I've not been able to do that today. Yeah, we'll break in there. Boosh. Scooping it out. We're all mad, aren't we? Start on a bit of bread. Right, we are off. I am starting off on bread. Not feeding a thing. I think most of us would be doing the same. Just got a 6mm bit of bread on. Just fishing about 5 inches off the deck in 5 foot of water. Deep dobbing. See if we get a bite. Important to look around, see where everyone else is fishing and catching and not catching. I think £20 will win this. £20 will be good on this lake, and I think probably £30 to £35 might win it. The pegs to my right are all much better. Rich Knowles on 7, very good peg. And then Phil Moore, brilliant angler, he is on peg 9, which is a brilliant peg. And then opposite him is peg 21. I've got a reed bed opposite, but I haven't broken all the way to the reed bed. Maybe I should have done. I broke a metre short, just to give the fish a bit of sanctuary, rightly or wrongly. I'm just dobbing deep at the start, see if we get a bite. Hopefully a bit of ice breaking would have woken them up and get them swimming a bit. This side of the hole, a little bit of ice just up here. Just a nice light strung out rig. And then once we finish dobbing around, swap to maggots. Peg 21's already got a fish. Like I said, they're the boss pegs. These pegs to my right and opposite. The 20's there. Anything in the 20's. And also this is a split section with canal. So there's 6 pegs on canal as well I'm up against. Pop a little pot on and just feed a few maggots on one of my other lines, literally 4 maggots. Count them out, make sure they've all fell out. Now it's 5 foot there. If I just go another metre, it's 4 foot. So I'm going to dob there next, and then we'll start just dripping in maggots. We've got pinkies as well. There's normally a few roach about, and obviously it's the F1s we want to do well today, but a few big roach won't go amiss. So if I'm having a quick look with bread like this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Ooh. Right. Generally fish up to the edge of the ice, because that's where the fish will be hiding. There's other F1 to my left. See, this ice breaking could wake them up a little bit. Yeah. Didn't even know that we're on. Never even saw the bite. I might drop a shot a bit nearer. Good sign, isn't it? We're in business. So far so good. 2 on the bread. I missed the bite. I'll try and get one more here. Then I'll have a look at the other side of the hole. If I don't get a bite there, I'll drip a few maggots there instead. I'm actually a bit shocked that there's some fish there straight away. It's quite off-putting. All you can hear is the drips off the trees hitting the ice to my left. Did all the time. Fish there, the bites are just very hard to hit. Just shallow up another 4 or 5 inch. See if that makes a difference. Better one. They all come in like that, we'll be laughing. And they will hook themselves as well. Looking alright by the looks of it. Let's try the other side of the hole. I'll 4 to the left. I'll look around some really good angles on this lake. Deship, Dave Lloyd, Phil Moore, Richard Knowles. Really good anglers on it. And the thing is now I'm dying to feed some bait, but I don't want to get giddy. Let's carry on catching whilst we can. I've just popped a single red maggot an inch over depth. Just to see. So I've missed a few bites. There's fish there, but I can't hit them. Not sure why. It's a perch. Rich is having a few. How many you had, Rich?
5.
5?
2 of them only stockies really.
Yeah. Sounds like Dave Lewis caught a goldfish. Instant winner. Some of these bites will be roach, I'm sure, but I think a lot of the bites I'm missing are little F1s. Little peckers. If I can fish any finer, I'll try different sizes of punch. I think the small F1s, that's what the problem is. Go on the left, that way. Every single one's headed to the left. Oh, he's only just hooked. I just put 4 or 5 nuggets in, I'm not sure what line edged. Don't want to pull them too much. That's when they come off. That one's come off on the land, isn't it? One. Oh, little ghosty one. He nearly sheared me off on the ice. Beauty. You feel it one, ain't you? Problem is he's perched. 2 mates on this time. I'm surprised how well it's fishing actually, at least this area. Me, the guy to my left and the guy to my right are all catching, and I think Phil is on peg 9. It's surprisingly good. After 5 or 6 on the bread, I swapped to double maggot. just tapping in 4 or 5, and tap them in, wait, and it goes under like that. Just like that. So I've started up a second maggot swim, same depth of water, 2 swims in 5 foot of water, so left and right of this ice channel. Ghost F1. Ghost F1. That's my worry, is that yes, I'm getting bites, but now I need to sort of try and improve the size of the fish. So I'm just going into a foot less water and just see if they're a bit bigger. Might just be on a bit of a nursery. Ooh, he's off. Let him come off there. Little ghost F1s that was. It was a quick bite though, so that's good. I'm going to put a few more maggots in. A big one on the other line as well. As calm as this, you almost count them coming out of the pot. This is a little 0.1 gram float. It's 4 or 5 little strung out shot down. I like to fish single maggot when it's so iffy. Every time I put single on, I just catch perch. They don't seem to want a pinky or double pinky. So I've got to persevere with double maggot, and when it does go under, it's generally a reasonable fish. Tiny little bites today. They're the ones you want to strike at. Stay on this time. Have a little then, mate. Definitely in a nursery today. You do what you want out there. Stay away from that ice. Come on, John. Found that one. Caught enough of those today though. Plenty of bites. Big one then. Oh, it's wee wee. Why do F1s wee wee? I've got about 50 minutes to go. I've been feeding this short line long enough, so there should be some fish there, so it's nicely primed. If there's going to be, if I don't get a bite this chalk, then we might just suck it off and just concentrate long. It's great when they arrive, but when it's this cold they don't always arrive. A bit bigger than the ones I've been catching long. Worth a slight longer wait. And this skimmer in the world, that. Half hour to go. All I've had on this short line is a 1F1 and 1 skimmer. I had an indication on the last chalk. I flicked an odd nugget long as well. Doesn't matter if you overspray because they just go on the ice. And the ducks don't seem to be about, so it's not been a problem. That's we're keeping the line drip fed. £3, isn't he? Just had all that big. There's Rich playing one in extra time. Big fish by the looks of it. Rich has had a really good run at the end.
Well, that's fished a lot better than I thought. So I must have over £30. I should be well up on the lake. It's a team match, so it's all about getting points. I'm not trying to win the match or anything. I'm trying to get good points on the lake and try and keep our position. I think we're top 3 in the league out of 18 or 19 teams. So, but Rich Knowles has probably got a similar weight to my left, to my right, and the guy to my left has caught really well as well. And I've had probably more fish than both of them, but mine have been definitely on the small side. So one great big one at the end. A lot of missed bites off those littlers. I've just been talking to Rich and he's had the same sort of issue, missing bites. Missed his first 5 or 6 bites on bread, and they're definitely them little F1s. So yeah, I've had a much better day than I expected. So quite enjoyed that.
£40, 10 ounce.
Well, there we are. Hope you enjoyed that. A surprisingly good day through the ice. I've ended up with £40, 10 ounces, and that was 4th in the 19 peg section. So great team points. Well, we're 2nd in the league now with 4 rounds to go. So so we're doing really well. I think we're about 20 points behind the leaders, and Southwest All Stars, which is Des Ship's team, they're 2 points behind us. So very close up the top, and with 4 rounds, anything can happen. We had one absolute grueler. Poor old Ben Drew peg 9 on Canal, it's been dire all winter, and it was no different through the ice. So Canal Pool actually fished quite poor on the day. So I managed to beat all the anglers on Canal Pool, which isn't normally the case. Extensions has been the worst lake, but with that bit of ice breaking and everything, it just seemed to stir everything up. The guy to my left beat me by £1, so I'm a bit gutted about that. Definitely less fish, but a slightly bigger stamp. Rich Knowles to my right had £30, and I managed to beat someone by an ounce off peg 21, which was the peg I said to watch out for. So yeah, I was unlucky to miss out by £1 for another point, but fortunate to ounce someone else. So that's the way it is. That's winter fishing. Every ounce is important, every ounce is valuable. So but yeah, really interested in fishing through the ice. Very simple fishing really. I had a short line which I had 2 or 3 fish off, that's all. Didn't really expect loads of fish off from there, and once you're catching on a couple of lines, it's hard to come off them anyway. until you know when you might get a fish, and normally that last hour on that short line, if you're gonna get anything, that'll be the time. But I kept plugging away on the lines at 13 meters in 5 foot of water, and then later on in 4 foot of water. Very, very simple fishing, bred to begin with, and then swapping to maggots and just tapping it in lightly, and that's it. There's not a lot else you can do. There's no starting up new swims or chasing fish around the peg, because you've got a narrow channel through the ice, and that's it. And I like that sort of fishing. It's nice to get some bites through the winter. To put things into perspective, the next day I was at Packington on the Winter League on Moody Molan's, and all the ice had melted, and there was 22 anglers on Molan's and £9 on the lake, and I was third in my 11 peg section with just £7. So that definitely puts things into perspective. That's what a lot of winter matches are like. But the match you've just watched was how it can be when it's fishing well. So, but yeah, it's a nice sunny day. It's gonna be a nice sunny week. There'll be no ice on the lakes now, and I expect things to start to pick up. And hopefully we won't have any more ice, and things will warm up. The days are going to get longer, and we're just going to start bagging up. What do you think? But to be honest, I think between now and then we're going to have a few hard matches to come, but hopefully plenty more where we can get plenty of bites. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on another video.